Lately, the market has been extremely volatile due to Trump's tariff wars. This has provided a lot of opportunities in the market, but afterwards it's also created a lot of chop. And with a lot of chop, it's difficult to catch those bigger moves. That is why today I want to talk about trading stocks, because with individual stocks, you may be able to catch those bigger moves. But I didn't want to risk too much of my own capital, and I still wanted to make it exciting enough for me to be motivated to do it. That is why I used Trade the Pool. As far as I know, this is the only firm that allows you to boost your capital for stocks. Trade the Pool gives you the ability to trade stocks with up to 200k accounts with over 12,000 stocks to trade from, and it's a trustworthy and reliable firm. It's actually the sister company of the 5%ers, and you can start as low as $47. My trading journey has been pretty interesting. I started trading crypto, and in 2021 when FTX collapsed, I stepped away from crypto into Forex, and then I realized that indices were actually a little bit better for me, and now I'm on my fourth thing, which is stocks. I'm still continuing to trade indices, but I'm adding stocks to my trading. So this was literally my first experience trading stocks. And if you actually follow the news with stocks, like for example, we had some bad news come out for Nvidia, there was some Chinese AI, and we saw Nvidia tank, for example. And especially with some of these penny stocks, you can catch some really big moves. So in terms of that, there's a real benefit to focusing on one individual stock instead of focusing on indices, which are sometimes 500 stocks. And it just makes logical sense, right? If you look at the huge list of all the companies that are in the S&P 500, it's understandable that during these uncertain times there's a lot of chop happening in the markets. And I think these things really go in season. Sometimes Forex is good to trade, sometimes crypto is good to trade. Now, actually, some of my friends that trade Forex alone have completely stopped trading for a while. But in these times, it's good to diversify, learn something new, add something to your list. Actually, Trade the Pool provides also educational content on this. So there's, for example, an article on how to step from Forex to stocks. It's a great article, and I'll put it in the description below so you can read it. And there's tons more free educational content on the website. You don't even need to buy an account to access all this information. There's videos that go over the platform as well. Now, obviously the platform is a little bit different, but it took me about 15 minutes to figure out how to buy and sell. And it's very easy to just drag and drop your take profits and stop losses. If you've used other trading platforms in the past, you will have no trouble getting used to this one. It looks a little bit like TraderWeight, and it's very similar to other kinds of platforms. You also have indicators on here. You can draw things. There's many different things that you can use, and it's a very good platform. Like I said, it's easy to get used to this one. And it's also with stocks, for example, if you've traded crypto, Forex, indices before, it's very easy to get into stocks as well, because the same technical analysis works for each type of instrument. Obviously, penny stocks are a little bit different. It's like trading meme coins for crypto. Some people will get mad at me if I say that, but what I mean is that the volatility is very similar. Obviously, meme coins are not backed by anything, and penny stocks are actually backed by companies, so there's some kind of value in there. But the volatility can be the same. And if you're familiar with the pump and dumps from meme coins, you can also get the same kind of things with penny stocks. So if you catch one of these moves, you can make a bunch of money. Let's look at the challenge itself. So recently they actually had an update of the website and made new plans. So there's two different plans. There's the flex evaluation and the max evaluation, and we'll just go over the key differences between the two. So with flex, you have unlimited time to pass and trade at your own pace. With the max evaluation, you have an extended period of 60 days. Both are available between 5k to 200k. So if you're like me and trying out for the first time, it might be beneficial to take the smaller account first, test it out a little bit before going to those bigger accounts. There is a trade duration rule on both of them, which is a minimum of 30 seconds in a trade. So you have to be in a trade for at least 30 seconds. This is basically just so that people don't manipulate the system. We've seen it with CFD firms as well. If there's just people going in and out of positions every 5 seconds, it's just not good. So the minimum trade duration is 30 seconds. If you do violate it, it doesn't mean that you lose the account, you just lose the profits. So just be mindful of that. With the flex evaluation, you have a 50% consistency rule, and with the max evaluation, you have a 30% consistency rule, and it only applies during the evaluation stage. Both of them have one profit target of 6%. Once you get that 6%, you get the funded account. There is a daily pause. So daily pause means if you hit the daily pause, no problem, you can continue the next day and it doesn't violate the account. What does violate the account is the max loss. And with flex, you do get a little bit more drawdown, 4% max and 2% daily pause. With max, you get 1% a day or 3% in total. Payout splits for both are 70% for you and 30% goes to trade the pool. So obviously the flex evaluation is a little bit more attractive. That is why it's a little bit more expensive. So the flex evaluation is starting at $59 and the max evaluation is starting at $47. Now that was the day trading side. If you're looking for the swing side, so this means to think of the bigger picture, right, for long-term investing pretty much. I personally like the day trading side more, but they do have the swing trading side as well. So hey, maybe you want to diversify, or you want to try out trading stocks, or you just want to boost your capital for stocks. Check out Trade the Pool. I do have an exclusive discount for 10% off. So 10% off of all of the evaluations. I will also put this article transitioning from Forex to stocks in the description below. So if you're interested in transitioning or learning something new, check this out as well. It's been a crazy couple months in the whole market, very uncertain times, but also times where we can see a lot of big opportunities come into the market as well. Now, if there's one thing I love, is progression. It's progressing, learning new things, redefining my old strategies, and just continuously progressing in this trading field. And that is why I'm really excited about this new journey on stocks as well, because when the indices are choppy, it's nice to look at the individual stocks to see if there's any opportunities in stock market. So anyways, I hope you guys learned something out of this today. Check out Trade the Pool in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.